available to do what you were even suggesting there, Reverend Keller, that the African race has the kind of resources that are available?
We have more than enough. When we put it on the table, our economic impact to this nation is larger than that of the Canadian government. So if Canada can survive as a nation, we can survive as a people with the same amount of creative, economic power. But we've got to be willing to sit down, discuss it, look at it, and see where we can help ourselves. And we have more than enough.
You know, it seems that this whole argument or this whole discussion is almost a continuous discussion, because even during the time when you first put forth this idea, that we were still talking saying essentially the same thing then as we are saying now. Do you think that somehow that the time might have caught up with your idea, that people might be perhaps at this point ready to, considering all of the problems that many of these institutions are having throughout this nation, that the people might be ready now to, I think, in terms of listening to what you're outlining and what you're talking about?
I think so. America has not decided how much she wants to pay for education. And that's the problem. She's willing to pay for penal institutions, but she's not willing to pay for our sons and daughters to get a Harvard education. And that is the problem. So until America makes up her mind that education on the front end is better than prisons on the back end, then we're going to always have this dilemma. And so it's not about white education versus black education. It is American education that needs to be brought to the forefront. I have been asked, well, why do you need Tennessee State? Why do you need Fisk? Why do you need Howard and all of those? It is essentially a fact that we do a better job of educating our children than anybody else we know. We know what it takes. We know how to do the job. We do naturally. All the resources that we have in this country, they should be shared equally, because we have all fought for this country. We've died for this country. And each generation has fought his or her own war.
And so the struggle, in a real sense, I think, as the question that we raised with you earlier, the struggle continues. That there's no alternative save the fact that we have to simply support these institutions and have the resources if we wish to really live up not only to the commitment that we have to one another, but the commitment that we have to America. That it is in America's best interest that these institutions be
survive.
Speak to that. Speak what?
America cannot do without Fisk. America cannot do without Tennessee State. America cannot do without Meharry. America cannot do without American Baptist College, Morehouse, Spelman, Hampton. She cannot live or cannot survive without these institutions, because the other institutions cannot absorb that larger population in its educational culture. And so we need to help them, we need to work on it, and each ethnic group must be prepared to go. Another thing, Dr. Haney, 3 things in my life that's important to me now. That is my God, my family, and these 4 institutions. They are my life.
Very good. And of course, Reverend Keller, let me thank you, as well as Dr. JBaxter, for coming by and at least shedding some light in terms of the role that these institutions can still play, as well as the role that they have played. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week, excuse me, for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.